children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed workbook part from lesson 4 in Rhineland. Okay, and we discussed actually till the page number 24 regarding idioms we discussed and their meanings. Idioms with their meanings we discussed, and actually we did match the following. Now let us continue the next part of this workbook. Okay, C part, page number 24. I hope all of you are ready with your page number, that is 24, with your workbook, and get ready with that workbook, page number 24, C part. The same, that idiom. Let us once revise before we go with the next C exercise, because this exercise C is connected to the exercise B. Okay, so let us know that, let us once again recollect the meanings of these idioms. Okay, now the idioms are bird's eye view. What's the meaning of this bird's eye view? Means like general view from the above is called bird's eye view. As a duck takes to water, means did we do this actually? Okay, I think we did not do. I think only regarding this only this part, reading and comprehension, we have finished. I think so. Once again, let's do this one. Now see, what you have to do is like this is connected to textbook part exercises. In Rhineland, we discussed many idioms, okay, and their meanings also we discussed. In the same way here, what you have to do is, let's go with the B part once again. I think we did not do column A. You have to match the idioms with their meanings in from the column B. Here in the column A, idioms, column B, meanings, you have to match them. Okay, now let's go with the first one, A. Bird's eye view. I hope we have finished on that today. Let's recollect once again. Bird's eye view means from above. Like if you climb a hill and if you watch the whole city, then that's, and you say, wow, what a beautiful scene, like that. Okay, so if you see the sceneries, from top of a hill or a mountain, okay, then that is called bird's eye view. So the fourth one is the answer. I think I remember very well that in my previous video I discussed this. And now B, as a duck takes to water, means how a duck takes to water in a line, right? Now let's see all the meanings first from the B one. Okay, first let me read all the idioms from column A. 1. Bird's eye view. 2. As a duck takes to water. 3. Night owl, I discussed, right? Rain, cats and dogs. E. Eagle eye. F. Wild goose chase. Next, G. Eat like a bird. Okay, this all we discussed, I think. Then the answer part is to rain heavily, a useless and ineffectual chase, and then an intense watching eye, general view from the above, eat very little, very easily and naturally, someone who likes to stay awake at night. I discussed right with you. As a duck takes to water, B1 is sixth one. Very easily and naturally. This part I am not remembering that I have discussed with you. B1 is very easily they move in the water along with all the baby birds and the baby ducks. Okay, so ducklets. Okay, so now let's go with answer sixth one. B1 is sixth one. Now let's go with the C1, night owl. I discussed this all, that one who awakes whole night. If a person awakes all the night and works for something, then he would be called as, you could call him as a night. Oh, is a night owl. Whole night he works. Okay, he doesn't sleep like an owl. Okay, so owls, they don't sleep during the night. Okay, so night owl answer. So last one, seventh one. Yes or no? Night owl. Someone who likes to stay awake at night is called as night owl. Next, rain, cats and dogs. Rain, cats and dogs means to rain heavily. If it rains with the long sounds, then you can say that it's raining heavily. Thunder and all sounds, then you could say that rain, cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Okay, like that. Then it's raining very heavily. D1 is first one. D1 is the first one. Now let's go with, I'm going to write the next answers here. Okay, don't worry about this. Then D1 over, now E1. E part. Eagle eye means one who has a very sharp eye. You could observe from far away all the things thoroughly. Okay, very sharp observation. If they have, then you could call them, he has an eagle eye, she has an eagle eye. Okay, like that. So the answer for this is an intense watching eye. The third one, an intense watching eye is the answer. Okay. Then F1, wild goose chase means it's a waste chase. Like something all, if you work and if you know that it won't work, and again if you try to do that work, don't do, you are wasting your time. It's just like a wild goose chase. That means second one, a useless and ineffectual chase is the meaning. Okay, meaning of this idioms. You know that idioms are the phrases and words which gives you the different meanings from the actual meaning. You cannot take the actual meaning of these idioms. You get a different meaning for these idioms. It's different from actual meaning. I taught you why do we use these idioms, because to enrich, to give color to our part, our writing part, to express in a different way. Okay, colorfully, more colorfully, like that. So we are using in English language idioms. Okay, then now let's see F1 over wild goose chase. Then last one, eat like a bird means if you are eating very little. For them you can say eat like a bird. That is fifth one. Eat a very little. So a person who eats, oh, she eats very little. So in the lunch time she eats like a bird. You can say like that. Now let's once again revise this part. B part. That is A, bird's eye view means a view, general view from the above. B1, as a duck takes to water very easily and naturally. Sixth one, night owl means a person always likes to stay awake at night. The seventh one, rain, cats and dogs means first one means to rain heavily. E1 is the third one, that is eagle eye means one who has an intense watching eye, a strong watching eye, a short, strong watching eye. For them we would call an eagle eye. And then F1, wild goose chase means it's a waste chase. Okay, a useless and ineffectual chase, not going to work out. For such chase is called a wild goose chase. Okay, the next one, eat like a bird. G1 is eat like a bird, and that is eat a very little. That is fifth one. Okay, now I hope you understood that what is this one, idioms and their meanings. Now let's go with the C part. Now I hope you have copied this, because you no need to write any this one. It's already printed in workbook. I hope you have finished. Now let's go with the C part of this page number 24 itself, the same page number. Okay, same page number we are going to work now. Yeah, but B part. Okay, now B part we have finished. C part we have finished. B part. Now let's go with the C part. Okay, use the idioms from the exercise B. See, it is connected to exercise B. Okay, that's why I have taken. So use the idioms from exercise B to complete these sentences. You may have to make some other changes. Okay, you have to make some other changes if you need. Now let's go with first one. Santosh took to singing dash. How he took to singing? Which one you are going to say? Now let's take first one. Santosh took to singing. Bird's eye view. Is it matching? No. As a duck takes to water. Very easily and naturally he took singing part. Yeah, it suits. So the first answer is Santosh took to singing as a duck. As a duck takes to water. Means very easily and naturally. As a duck takes to water means takes very easily, right? For ducks, its moving is like very smoothly, very smooth way it moves in the water. Okay, in that way he took his singing part, very smooth way, very easily, very naturally. Okay, the second one, let's go with the second one. Looking for a cheap but good house in Mumbai. You want cheap rate but good house in Mumbai is what is that? Is it possible cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, very cheap money, very low cost and a very good house? Highly impossible. It's like a wild goose chase, like chasing waste of time, useless chase. I said, no need to go through it. I'm correct, I think. Yeah, it's correct. Wild goose chase. So the second one is wild goose chase. Okay, now let's go with the third one. Let's go with the third one. That is, I could not go to the market. I could not go to the market as it was dash. Why you could not go to the market? How can you match? Because bird's eye view? No, it's like weaving something from the high point. Then, okay, if it is raining heavily, how could you go to the market? You can't go. So, I could not go to the market as it was dash. As it was raining cats and dogs. Okay, then it was raining cats and dogs is the correct answer. Raining cats and dogs. Okay, raining cats and dogs. Now fourth one. Next fourth one. We went out for dinner, but she dashed and spoke a little. We went for dinner. Which one you are going to match? Eagle eye? No. Bird's eye? No. Then what is it? We went outside for dinner, but she ate like a bird. You can write, she ate like a bird and she spoke a little. Means she ate a very little and she spoke very little. So you can write, she ate like a bird. It's in past tense sentence. We should change eat in as past tense. Ate. Ate like a bird. She ate like a bird. And that day we took her to dinner and she ate like a bird and she spoke a very little and she sang. Okay, now let's go with the next one. My roommate is a dash. She reads till 2 a.m. She won't sleep at night. You remember, right? She's a night owl. She reads like a night owl. Now, where shall I write? Shall I write here? I think you could see here. That's what I'm planning. Okay, now let me write here the next one. That is the fifth one. She's a night owl. My roommate is a night owl. She reads all night up till 2 o'clock, till 3 o'clock. You can say night owl. She is a night owl. Okay. Then let's go with the next one. From this height, it's possible. From this height, it's possible to have a bird's eye view. That's the correct answer. Now let me erase only the first one. Shall I write here the sixth one? Bird's eye view. Birds often apostrophe. Bird's eye view. This is possessive noun. Possessive noun. Whose eye view? Bird's eye view. That's why you are using this apostrophe. And to show that something belongs to someone, we are using possessive noun in the form is apostrophe and S. Okay. Now we have finished, I think. Oh no. Seventh one is there. One more left now. The students took their exams under the dash of the headmaster. The students took their exams under the dash of the headmaster, under the eagle's eye. Eagle eye means a very sharp observation. He did not allow the students to turn their head this side and that side. Okay, then I'm going to erase. I have to erase this first one to write the seventh one. Okay, the seventh one is, that is, what is that? Eagle eye, sorry. Eagle eye. Now we have finished, I think, all the blanks. The first one as a duck takes to water. The second one, wild goose chase. The third one is raining cats and dogs. The fourth one, ain't like a bird. A little. Okay. And then my roommate is a night owl. Then from this height it's possible to have a bird's eye view. And then the seventh one, students took their exams under the eagle eye of the headmaster. I hope you are enjoying these idioms. I am really enjoying. Every time I teach, but these idioms, no, actually we have to use them while speaking and while writing. Otherwise, if you practice like only for workbook, Usha ma'am said, and in this video I have watched and I have copied, no use at all. Use them while speaking and also creative part you write, okay? And you could write your own stories in English even by using these idioms. Okay, let's go with the next part of this workbook, and that is D part. D. Okay. What you have to do? Shall I now? I hope you all. And I'm going to upload this video in the website. Anytime you could open. It may serve and serve. You need patience. You have to wait. Play them again. You get it because I'm checking. It's playing in my cell phone. Okay. It plays in your cell phone also. Okay. Then you could pause and write these answers. Got it? And now let's go with the next one. That is, what you have to do is you should unscramble the letters to make words related to nature. All these words are connected to the nature, but they have been jumbled. What you have to do, you should unscramble. Means you should, they have scrambled, you should again unscramble and make it the correct word and form into a correct word. And these words connected to the nature. Okay? Okay. Now, first one, ANTPL. It's very easy. ANTPL. Connected to tree. Small tree is called, plant. The first one is, they did already. I thought we should do it. They did already. Okay, the second one. This is very simple. AMALNI. Why are you behaving like an animal? We scold sometimes, right? That word is this. Animal. Okay, second one is animal. Part D. Animal. Answer is animal. Let's move ahead quickly, Nana. Yes, now then the third one. CONRVESE. CONRVESE. It's very easy. Conserve. Conserve the forest means we have to protect the forest. We should take care of them. Okay? Conserve. CONSE. In biology and in your social subject, you would have come across this word. Conserve. Converse is different. Conserve. Conserve. Protect. Okay, fine. The next one, CLERECY. It's nature, like environment. How you are going to protect your environment? What are those 3 R's? From one R you take it. Yes, you are correct. That is recycle is the answer. Now let's go with RECY. R-E-C-Y-C-L-E, recycle. The fifth one, okay. I hope that you are taking now all this, okay. Now the fifth one I am going to write E-G-Y-N-E-R. Connected to nature. What is that? S. Energy. E-N-E-R-G-Y. E-N-E-R-G-Y. Energy. Whenever you come across such exercises in my video, you should get ready your answer. And what I say, you should check your answers. Okay? If your answer and my answer connects, means same, then you should press the green button yourself in your mind. If it is wrong, then red button I press. Okay? Yeah. Then next one is C-E-A-N, water. Yes, that is ocean. Now ocean, O-C-E-A-N, ocean. Next, the seventh one is C-T-E-M-O-S-Y. Biology students, right? You all are? Do you remember? Okay. It gives you, first three-letter word says the meaning of giving resound. That is another spelling. Now in biology you come across E-C-T-E-M-O-S-Y, ecosystem. Okay, what is that? Ecosystem. Okay, then let's go with the next one. That is eighth one. Could you see the board now? Yes. Now the eighth one is, it's very simple. It's a color, G-R-E-E-N. Okay, fine. Okay, the first one, they did themselves plant. Second one, animal. Third one, conserve. The fourth one, recycle. Fifth one, energy. Sixth one, ocean. Seventh one, ecosystem. And the eighth one, green. I hope you have written already before I write on the board. So I'm going to erase and let's move ahead with the next part, next exercise of this workbook. That is E part. It's very simple. What you have to do is you have to circle the correct words to complete the sentences. You should complete the sentences, but the blank they have given two. This one during your FA2 exams, lesson 4, I have discussed with you. They, T-H-E-I-R, they, T-H-E-Y-R-E, they are shortcut there. They are going to watch a movie. T-H-E-R, there is a book. There is a person, okay, standing, okay. And then one more, there, it's their house, it's their classroom, like that, okay. Now let's go with this. Rajiv and Ratan are going to dash grandparents' house. T-H-E-Y-R-E there or T-H-E-I-R. The first one is T-H-E-I-R, their grandparents, okay. The second one, the book you wanted to borrow is lying over. The book you wanted to buy is lying over there, there it is. Go and bring there. T-H-E-R-E, there. Okay, the next one, third one. Look over, dash. Those are the boys I was telling you about. Look over there. T-H-E-R-E, there. Same again. Okay, then the fourth one. These girls are from the basketball team. Dash all my friends. They are my friends. They're my friends. They are. That is short form there. Okay. Fourth one, this, there. Okay, next, fifth one. They're shifting to the new house this weekend. Again, same answer. Fifth one. Let me write here. You could see, I think, start with the character because it's a beginning of the sentence. So you follow one R every time, okay? Yeah, first one T-H-E-I-R, second one T-H-E-R-E, there. Third one T-H-E-R-E, there. Fourth one T-H-E-Y-R-E, there. Fifth one T-H-E-Y-R-E, there. Okay, then we have finished this, and now let's go with the F part. Okay, we have still some more minutes. We could finish this one also, and then next exercise, no grammar and think and write. In our next video, we are going to learn, and also I am going to continue in our next video the fifth lesson, the song of the songs, and then I am going to stop this workbook part, and I am going to start again textbook part. Okay, sixth lesson, that's very interesting lesson. It's a story. You would enjoy that. Okay, definitely you are going to enjoy, but we have to finish this first. Okay, now let's go with complete these sentences. That contraction form, I said contraction form, the short form, can plus not. Cannot, you can write it as can't. Short form, like by using it in this way, can't, apostrophe, by using apostrophe. Okay, then you have here I and we. I and we you have to write now only two contraction form they have given. Now let's fill the blanks. The first one. Okay, you have finished this, I think. This is F part now. This is F part. Okay, children, now let's go with the F part. And the first one is Adil and I are not going to watch the movie. Dash already seen it. I want we, you have to tell me now. It's compulsory, it's obviously it is a we, because we started with two persons. You cannot say I. Okay, so subject is not singular, it's a plural. So you have to, in object, you have object, again it continued the same sentence. Okay, weep, already seen it, weep. The first one is weep. Apostrophe on this, the second one. Let's go with the second one. Are you following this? How to write? And if you read the sentence according to the sentence structure, you could write. Second one, Dash often said that I do not like to watch a movie twice. I do not is there, so I often said that I've often said that I do not like to watch a movie twice. Now let's go with the third one. In fact, Dash never watched a movie more than once. In fact, I never watched. In fact, I never watched. Then let's go with the fourth one. I'm going to watch I'm going to watch a match with Adil instead. Instead, Dash decided to watch a cricket match. Here, Adil and himself are going to match. So, two persons, plural form. So, you have to use we. Now, let's go with the fifth one. We already bought the tickets and we are excited about the match. We already, because already we are excited about the match is there, so we have already. This is also we have. Now let's go once again. First one we, second one I, third one I, fourth one we have, that is free form. Fifth one we. Okay, now that's all I think for this video, today's video. Remaining part of this workbook exercises of in rhyming line lesson I'm going to continue, and I'm going to discuss in my next video. Bye bye for now. Have a nice time.